Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? This is your boy Chico Black, back at it again. As we all know, Mr. Drake, Miss Karen is being sued for illegal gambling. And it's not hundreds of thousands, it's hundreds of millions that's involved. As you can see here, Drake being sued for how much? For gambling. Rapper Drake is being sued in a class action lawsuit for promoting the online gambling company Stake through allegedly deceptive practices. The lawsuit filed in Missouri does not specify an exact monetary amount but seeks damages to be determined by a jury. Details of the lawsuit: deceptive practices. The lawsuit accuses Drake and influencer Adam Ross for misleading fans, including teenagers. Like I knew it. Boy, I tell you, these pedophiles, boy, I tell you. By promoting Stake while allegedly gambling with house money provided by the company, not their own funds. So basically what they're saying, they were grabbing all the funds from all the people that were gambling and keeping it for them, and they will grab funds from the company itself to make these bets, just in case if they lost, they already had the money from the people that they were making the bets with. Psh, beautiful. Globalizing gambling. The complaint claims that by showcasing his large bets to his 142 million Instagram followers. Damn. Drake glamorized gambling and influencers younger audiences, creating what? And we all know that Drake has a thing for teenagers. He has a thing for kids. I don't know what it is about this pedo that has something with 13, 14, 15-year-old girls. It's just amazing to me that this man hasn't been arrested yet. Sick. And also states the suit calls the Drake effect. That's what I call it, the Karen effect. But they say the Drake effect. I call it the Karen effect. Says targeting vulnerable users. The lawsuit alleges that Stakes marketing, primarily through influencers like Drake and Ross, preys on individuals susceptible to gambling addiction, illegal operation. The suit accused Stake of operating an illegal online casino in Missouri by discussing real money gambling behind a social casino model using virtual currencies that can be redeemed for real money. So basically, is they're grabbing the people's money, they're using the people's money, they're betting with the people's money instead of betting with their own money. Very smart from Drake. I know y'all hear people in the background. That's me. I'm in the hospital, you know what I'm saying? I got a couple of things I got to get done. I got my dog over there, Jay, with me.
What they do, baby? Drake, you a pedophile. Go kill yourself.
You see what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is. So, yeah.
I don't fuck with pedophilia.
I don't fuck with pedophilia either. So, it's two against... I don't even want to go there. I'm going to just keep on reading this, and it says, violation of Missouri law. The plaintiff, a Missouri resident who claims to have lost money on the platform, alleges that the defendant violated Missouri consumer protection and gambling laws. So basically just saying that Stake and Drake didn't follow rules and regulations. They went with their own expectations, and what they did illegal gambling without this person's, acknowledgement, or him not knowing anything about what they were going to do, and not knowing that it was illegal gambling that he was getting himself into. So he reported it and basically just put Drake and others out there as saying that they were doing illegal gambling without his acknowledgement and without him knowing, and that he lost money by it, and Drake and the others didn't. They just gained his money. So basically, Drake is being sued for millions of dollars. He's already lost millions of dollars in gambling throughout all his career and all the years that he's been rapping, because he's a big addicted to gambling. Kendrick Lamar says it in and Meet the Grams. You know what I'm saying? What else doesn't this man have? He has addiction to gambling, has addiction to drinking, has addiction to pills, has addiction to talking to little girls. What else? I mean, Kendrick Lamar is hitting every Every song he does about this fool is aging very well. There's not a song that's not aging well about this fool. And they need to investigate this dude, bro. Because it's not only him. It's a lot of rappers out there that are doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all keep that in mind. Because Drake is being sued for millions of dollars. It's not hundreds of thousands of dollars in any type of shape, way, or form. And there's others that are being involved in this illegal gambling. Look what's going on in the NBA. But it just comes to show you how this dude is. And you see, there's evidence that he has lost $6 million in a week gambling. You know what it is? Losing $6 million, $8 million, $30 million. I mean, that's an addiction. That's like a crackhead. You understand what I'm saying? Just being addicted to just smoking crack every 5 seconds and don't know how to leave it. Well, this is what this dude is doing. You know what I mean? And to have the specifics and have the standard to be able to do something like this, knowing that he has to take care of his child, knowing that he has to take care of his bills, knowing that he has to take care of his other businesses. And yes, I understand that this man has a lot of money. And I understand that this man contributes a lot when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, even helping his fans, helping his peoples. I understand all that. Just like he did with Young Thug. When Young Thug got out, he handed Young Thug $1 million off rip. You understand? And we all understand that Young Thug talked bad about him. And many other people talk bad about this dude. You understand? But a lot of his fans have given up on him. People that have done business with him have given up on him. Even strippers have given up on him. Even singers. I mean, if you think about everybody that has turned on this man, it's because the things that he does, the things that he has done during his career, and just basically his predatory behavior towards teenagers, which is something that I think that everybody should take precaution. Everybody should be aware. Everybody should be alerted of this man's behavior. As you can see, this man has lost so much money into an addiction. And I don't know what parents are thinking about into letting their kids gambling. And a parent should be able to make sure that they check what their kids are doing in the internet. It's not the kids being the parent. That's what's wrong with parents nowadays. They let their kids be the parents, and the parents are the kids. Back then, your mama, your auntie, your grandmama, even a police officer will whoop your ass if you got out of line trying to act like a mama.
Big bro, can I stop you for a second?
Go ahead.
What I'm saying is, for the kids, like it's saying, parents are being kids' friends. I'm not your friend, bro. I'm your parent. And that's what's wrong with parents now. They want to be kids' friends. My dad wasn't my friend. My dad was my dad. He was my friend second. And that's what's wrong with it. These parents are soft. They pussy made. They
That's
wanna be
right.
that. And that's the problem. See how me and you grew up. Your dad, your mom wasn't your friend. She was your mama. She got on your ass when you did something wrong, correct?
Correct.
And
Yes,
that's
sir.
how my old boy was. He wasn't my friend. If he was my dad, and I fucked up, hey son, what's up with you, bro? That's what's wrong with parents. They need to be parents again. Stop trying to be these parents. Stop trying to be these kids' friend. Because I ain't finna be my friend, my kid's friend. I'm your daddy. And if you think you're gonna disrespect me, I'm gonna give you something to disrespect about. That's what it's about.
You see? And that's a quote from my boy Jay. You know what I'm saying? Just basically just letting you know back then, it was a different standard.
Exactly.
It was a different metaphors. You know what I'm saying? Parents didn't want to hear, oh, I want to be your friend. Nah, that came second.
Exactly.
A parent is a parent most importantly. And if a son or a daughter gets out of line, back then you got your ass whooped. Or you got punished. You got disciplined the right way. You understand? Now it's like parents let their kids get away with whatever they want. And that's why predators and predatory monsters like this dude you see right here is able to get away. Because your kids are out there in the internet or they out there in the streets talking to these grown-ass adults and you don't know anything because you're letting your child be the adult and you're being the what? The son or the daughter. Nah, bro, my mama ain't play that bullshit back then. My grandmother, my great-great-grandmother, God bless her soul, my uncles, Even Jay's father, like he said, they ain't play the radio. It went the way it went because there was disciplinary, there was respect. Back then, there wasn't none of that. Oh, let your child be the grown up. Oh, no, you got your ass whooped on the house.
Off the free skis.
You know, just like Jay said, off the free skis, off rip.
You know when a child plays, when you in a child's place, when a parent start talking, when you grown folks talking, you don't speak.
Exactly.
You don't be around grown folks talk. What y'all talking about? Go sit your butt down somewhere. Grown folks talking.
Exactly.
You don't pitch yourself in that category. See, I feared my grandfather. My dad's dad. That man scared me. And I'm going to tell you the reason why my grandfather scared me, because my granddad was a drinker. He wasn't abusive, but he got himself right with the Lord. But he meant business. When my granddad said something, he only going to say it once. And he ain't going to say it again. He's not going to say it 1,000 times. And if you add disobedient, he going to give you something that really make you remember.
So you see, this is the thing when it comes to parenting. Y'all got to watch out people like this dude right here, because it's not only him. There's a lot of motherfuckers out there that are like this, and especially when it comes to the music industry, the acting industry, the sports industry. When it comes to any type of industry, you got predatory behavior, monsters, and individuals that act like this and basically will engage with your kids in any type of shape, way, or form. And if you let your kids get away with it, you know what? Something bad's gonna happen to your kids. Something that your kids would want to happen to them is going to happen to them anyway. Why? Because these influencers, these mentors that they see as their superstar, as their mentors, as their favorite rappers or favorite singer or whatever, it's going to engage something sinister and very bad towards your child. It could be your son, it could be your daughter, it could be anyone. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why y'all need to be careful, parents. I'm talking to parents. Y'all need to be careful in how y'all kids handle themselves, talks back to you, talks to you, and most importantly, when they get on the internet, who they talking to, who they conversating with, because in reality, you think your child's playing a video game, but they talking to a grown-ass man or they talking to a grown-ass woman. And especially when it comes to these gambling games too. What you think? That grown men don't engage with minors in these gambling situations? What is Drake being charged with? He's being charged and sued for even distributing illegal gambling with minors. So that should tell you a lot about these predators and their behavior. And if you don't take matter into these cases and take matter into what these people are doing, something bad's going to happen to your child. And you should be able to discipline your child and take away everything from your child if you know that your child is engaged in these type of activities. Take away their computer, take away their phone, take away their iPods. Teach them discipline. Because if you don't teach them discipline, they're going to get away with it. And they're going to continue doing it. Today's technology is off the chain. And you see what AI is doing. So just imagine if your child keeps getting away. You know what? These people, they're going to keep on engaging with your child. They're going to keep on pursuing and doing things with your child that if you find out what it is, you'll end up going to prison for the rest of your life. And that's something that you should avoid by being a parent. A real parent ain't going to sit there and allow their child to go out with their friends till 5 o'clock in the morning, or allow their child to be talking to grown adults in the computer or in the internet, or like Drake does, talk to Bobby. Y'all remember Bobby, the 13-year-old girl? She's grown now. Texting Drake when she was 13 years old, talking about, oh no, he used to talk to me about boys and relationships, how much he missed me. Man, if that was my little sister and Drake was texting about, I'd beat the shit out of his ass. It's just the. You see what I'm talking about?
I don't want to play them type of games.
And it's just that bad when it comes to these type of situations. You know what I mean? And being a big superstar, they get away with a lot of shit. And it's the industry itself that gets away with it because they protect these type of motherfuckers. But you need to protect your child. You need to realize that your child is engaged with following these famous celebrities, superstars, rappers, basketball players, actors, whatever. Stop being the child and become the parent. And for This dude and his gambling situations, Kendrick Lamar was talked about this. If y'all ain't never heard Meet the Grams, go back and hear Meet the Grams. He'll tell you specifically and how sick this individual is when it comes to gambling, when it comes to doing drugs. Instead of taking care of his kids, instead of taking care of his family, instead of having his music mean something. Kendrick says it. His music has no meaning. His music is not believable. It's not credible. This man is 40 years old and he still wants to be in a 20 and in a 15, 16, 17-year-old crowd. You 40 years old. Act like you 40 years old, bruh. That's why Kendrick Lamar is so respected and looked at so dynamically, so much of a legend. Why? Because he said everything. He said the truth about this man from the beginning. And that's the problem. And people need to realize that this dude has major issues. And I'm going to end this video by just saying, y'all be careful. Teenagers, people, grown men, grown women. Y'all be careful when it comes to these people because they will trick you. They will manipulate you into these illegal gamblers. And you will lose a lot of money. And you will lose everything you got if you let these people fool you. And you engage or participate and have any type of engagement when it comes in these environments and in these illegal gamblings. But also, make sure that you watch your kids. Make sure that you watch your kids from these motherfucking predators, man. And I guarantee you, you'll be proud of yourself knowing that you did something right and making sure you watch your kids. Remember, you are the parent. You should be able to be the one to discipline and put respect in the house. And if your child walks all over you, you best believe that your child is probably engaging with predator behavior and predator individuals online or whatever the case may be in the streets, grown-ass people that have no business to be talking to your teenage son or daughter. So I'm just doing this video just to remind you, keep your heads up. And remember, don't ever let your guards down because there's always somebody that is willing to take your money, that is willing to fool you, that is willing to play you, and that is willing to disrespect you. And especially if you got kids that presumably just want to go ahead and be wild in these streets and want to go ahead and presume a different lifestyle from what you're trying to teach them. I guarantee you, if you become that parent, you'll be less worried. And you'll be more proud of yourself because you know your child is being well disciplined and well trained and also well humanified to be able to be in these streets and know what time it is and watch their back and know when a predator or somebody is trying to reach them. You know what I mean? If you don't teach them that, they're going to fall off and they're going to be within that category and become victims themselves. But this dude you see right here, he has every problem that I just talked about. Gambling problems, drug problems, predatory problems, you name it, harassing problems. You know, he just has every problem that you can think of. That's no joke. It's been proven throughout his career, throughout his history. He's been doing it for 20-something years. And it's time to expose this dude and put this dude out there and make sure, man, that we take this dude out of his misery and put him out there. Put him in front page. Because he's not only doing all this, but he's getting away with it. And that's the problem. He's getting away with it. This is the ending of the video. Y'all go ahead and hit me up. Y'all drop y'all comments down below. Y'all tell me if y'all with me, if y'all agree, y'all disagree. Y'all already know I ain't biased, you know what I'm saying? But y'all have a beautiful Thursday. There's your boy Chico Black, my dog Jay, who also participated. Jay, you got something to say?
Kill all pedophiles.
That's it. You know what I mean? Y'all go ahead. God bless y'all. Y'all take care of yourself. Y'all have a beautiful Thursday. Peace.